All right, Luke here today, and we are talking to Dee, who has been an awesome member inside our Total Life Fitness program, and she's going to share a little bit about her experience. So, Dee, just start by, telling us a little bit about yourself, kind of who you are, what you do, and kind of what you were struggling with prior to joining our program.
Awesome. My name is Dee. I'm from Johnson Creek. I work in morning radio in Madison, Wisconsin. I don't take myself too seriously in the radio. What was the other part of that question?
Yeah, just tell us a little bit more about, kind of, what you're struggling with prior to joining our program.
Oh, yeah. Prior to joining, I had struggled with my weight my whole life, and it was definitely something that I had shared with my listeners. They knew it was a struggle for me, and I had tried different weight loss things, and they had, even on the air, they knew what I was doing, what programs I was doing. Oh my God, I have done it. Low calorie, low carb, whatever, the manufactured meals that come in a box that get mailed to you, everything. I have tried every freaking plan. And I've been successful at them and then fell off and whatever. And so it's definitely been a struggle for me. And before I connected with Total Life Fitness and with Luke, I quit smoking cigarettes for like the third time, but whatever. Oftentimes with that too, you have to try over and over and over again before you're successful. And now that's been like, I think, over a year and a half since I've had cigarettes. So that's awesome. But so I'd gained a bunch of weight after quitting smoking, which happens to a lot of people. And so I was at the highest weight that I'd been at, and I had started on a program that I had tried before and lost weight at before, but it's my relationship with food and exercise was still very negative. And so I knew that needed to change, and I knew I needed to deal with the root issues of that. And that's part of what happens at Total Life Fitness. And that's kind of why it was one of the major reasons why it was appealing to me.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely sounds like you said you'd kind of been through the ringer, tried a number of diets, obviously, shared it with a lot of people what you're doing and felt like you would, make some progress, see some results, but then kind of lose the progress. Then you'd gotten to the point where you were at your heaviest weight. And I guess like what did that feel like, I guess, for you, like having gone through all those different diets and all those different plans and kind of still kind of ending up at your heaviest weight and kind of not being ideally where you wanted to be?
Yeah, it sucked, I mean, and it's crazy because like you feel good when you lose the weight, and especially like that the first time when you diet and you lose weight, you feel great. And then the weight comes back on and you feel like a failure. And then you do it again and it might not be as much weight and you feel pretty good about it, but you're kind of like hesitant to feel good because you're like, oh, is this going to last? And like, as it keeps going, you kind of know that it's like, it's temporary. Basically, you're like, you never really feel in control, you're like, okay, it's a slippery slope. I'm temporarily in control here, but I know it's not going to last. And that's definitely the thing about the Total Life Fitness plan, because it's almost been a year now that I've been a member. And I would say probably 3 months in, I was like, I could feel the difference where it was like, holy crap, this is actually like something that I can see like being sustainable. This isn't something that is going to be hard to incorporate for the rest of my life. This is actually like a life changing, life altering, mindset changing kind of program. Like, this is about changing what's in here and how you talk to yourself. Like, that was the other major thing too. Like, the way I spoke to myself was awful, and that had to change. And you guys helped with that so much, so much. So
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I mean, obviously
yeah.
a lot of real positives. So like how has your mindset been different this time? Like what have you learned kind of specifically inside our program that's kind of shaped and shifted your mindset?
The all or nothing has changed. That was one of my huge issues, was, I had a piece of cake at work. My whole day is shot. I might as well go out and get Rocky's Pizza, oh, I don't have an hour and a half to work out. Why work out at all? And so now it's totally different now, okay. So I had a piece of cake at work. Okay. I'm going to try to fit it into my macros. And if it doesn't fit into my macros, I'm moving on with my life, and everything will be fine. The world's not going to end. And, okay, I only have 20 minutes to work out, whatever. 20 minutes is better than no minutes. And that's made all the difference. It's changed everything. And it took a minute, it didn't happen in the first month. It didn't happen, in the second month. And it took, my coach Lexi tell me over and over again, like, this is not an emergency situation. Everything is okay. The world's not on fire. You're going to be all right. And that, but after being told that over and over again, like, it's like, okay, she's right. I'm seeing results, and I'm showing up, and it's okay. Everything's going to be okay, and not going off the rails, and that's what would happen is it would be like, okay, so I had a bad day. Now I'm going to have a whole bad week because I had a bad day. Now my might as well just make it a bad week and start over on Monday. And so, and when you start doing that, that's how you lose all your results, and I think just changing that where it's like, okay, well, whatever, maybe I did have a bad day. It's okay. Everybody's got a bad day every now and then, start over tomorrow. It's fine. You're fine. You're going to wake up and it's a whole new day, and you have the chance to start over, and you can make it a great day. And it's just that mindset shift has been huge, huge.
Awesome. I love that mindset shift. And thanks so much for sharing kind of specifically the changes that it's made for you. So now let's share with everyone, what are the specific results you've gotten since joining the program?
So, with my last weigh-in, I am down 39 pounds, whoop, whoop, since I joined, which is pretty incredible, and 10 and a half inches off my waist. My hip measurement, I can't remember, but I just went down another half inch off my hips as well. So that's pretty dang cool. I'm very excited about all of that. But yeah, and I mean, and those, that's your measurable results for sure. But it's the things that you can't really measure that it's like, that's the huge wins, man. Like the confidence, the fact that I showing up to the gym every day and wanting to be there, and not using exercise as a punishment, looking forward to it, and not having this weird abusive relationship with food. And I was telling you earlier, like, I used to have a problem with binging. I can't tell you the last time I binged. I don't even know. Like, and I can't tell you the last time I was able to say that. Like, that's nuts to me. And I haven't even thought about binging. Like, that's wild to me. Like, I can't even believe I can say that. I would never in a million years think that I would be able to say that. So thank you. But yeah, it's an incredible program, and it's life-changing.
Awesome. No, I'm so happy to hear all those positive changes that, it's
Yeah.
had in your life. So I guess for anyone who's kind of, on the fence, or maybe thinking, hey, should I join it? Why would you recommend Total Life Fitness to someone else?
Because you can actually do it. It's actually something that is manageable. You're not a lot of the, and like I said, I've done all the diets. A lot of them, you're like, what the hell am I going to make for dinner? What, like, you look at the program, you're like, how am I supposed to live with this? Like, what, I'm going to have 3 saltines for lunch while everybody's going out? Like, it's actually a meal plan you can work with, and like, we go out, we like fine dining a lot, and fine dining is not low calorie. And so when we know we're going out for fine dining, and I am not going to skimp on a fine dining meal, but it's like, so you learn, okay, I'm going to save up my calories throughout the week so that I can have this meal. And that's real life stuff. dude, then that's how you can make it work for you. So you're not having to sacrifice these things. You're not having to give up these wonderful things that you love. And you're able to make it work in your everyday life, you know? So if you have these, and I get it, like you have corporate lunches that you have to go to, and it's really hard. It's hard to make that stuff work when you're trying to stick to a program. And then you have to go home and make lunch or dinner for your kids and all of that. And then you're like, oh man, whatever. I'm just going to have these dino nuggets and shove them in your mouth, whatever. I get it. I freaking get it. But they make it so it's like, it's just like real easy solutions to that, and instead of having the dino nugget, throw a piece of lunch meat in your mouth instead, like it's just easy, manageable solutions that maybe you just didn't think about before. And it's just so easy to make it work in your life. It really is. We leave the house at 3 a.m. and we don't get back until usually like 5:30 in the afternoon. We go all day long. And if we can incorporate it and make it work in our lifestyle, I have full faith that you all can. 100%.
Awesome. Well, no, that's so amazing to hear all the positive changes you made in your health and in your life and mindset and everything else. And thanks so much for your time and for sharing everything.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. It is literally, it's changed not only just like my weight, like that is like seriously like the least important thing that's changed. It's everything else. So thank you.